Welcome to Alaska Weather, a production of Alaska Public Media and the National Weather Service, Alaska Region. Produced and broadcast daily from the studios of KAKM, Alaska Weather provides complete forecasts, public, marine, and aviation for all of Alaska. Alaska Weather is made possible by the following sponsors.
The National Weather Service.
Good evening again, and welcome to Saturday's edition of Alaska Weather. I'm Dave Percy. Again, running the show times. So you can see 5:30 p.m. APB and KUAC on 9.4, 360 North, 7:30 p.m. and 5 a.m. the next morning for Alaska Public Media. Yesterday's satellite imagery showed cold air coming southward here over the western Bering Sea out of the Russian Far East and spreading down in across the Aleutians. There are some scattered rain and snow showers. Area of moisture out here north of the Pribilofs gathering there, the weak low in this area. Another system down to the south, mostly pulling off to the east. Otherwise, we had this upper level thing here off the southeast coast. It brought scattered thunderstorms as well as a lot of shower activity with heavier amounts over the southeast coast. Things were lighter back to the west. Nice day, south central Alaska, on up into the Tanana Valley, and then kind of a widespread area of light snow up to the north that was pulling off to the north overnight last night. And today that is pretty much off the coast now up into the Arctic, and you can see that system really moved up to the north and to the east there. Big low here in this position. Looks like maybe something else back here. But wind and rain starting to come up again along the Panhandle as well as the North Gulf Coast. More clouds spreading in across the Kenai Peninsula, Cook Inlet area, and back to the west in that easterly flow. Keeping it milder here for the Bristol Bay area, actually all the way out to the Pribilofs, and back to the west. Cold air plunging southward again. Fairly serious cold air here. Winds 20 to 35 knots reported up here along the coast with temperatures a little below zero. And you can see that cold air is coming all the way down across the Aleutians and beyond with snowfall levels more or less all the way down to sea level. But this kind of the boundary line there, easterly flow kept the Pribilofs in the rain and snow today, along with some rather gusty winds. And then you can see not bad over the interior here, some breaks. Band of light snow right through here from roughly the Selawik Valley, Noatak Valley area down into the eastern Norton Sound zone. On the chart, you can see that zone right through there. And also a lot of snow and snow showers with the gusty winds for St. Lawrence Island there. Winds 35 to 50 miles an hour out of the north across Savunga and Gamble, all the way down here to the St. Matthew Island area, and then even stronger winds here wrapping in on the western side of this low center that's south of the Alaska Peninsula. Places like Nikolsky had winds gusting upwards of 60 miles per hour today, and then down to about 40 miles an hour as you get out toward Adak, and then much lighter towards Shemya with some scattered snow showers. So the milder air coming in from the east here, mixture of precipitation from northern Bristol Bay on out to the Pribilofs. They picked up about 4/10 of an inch in the last 24 hours there at St. Paul. And Kodiak there, as the front came through, they had about a half an inch fall today. And Cordova picking up 2/3 of an inch and a quarter of an inch of rain at Homer and Seward. And more to come as that front pushes in. Rain on the increase there for the southeast coast, but a pretty nice day over the interior. And for tonight, that front moves northward. The western portion here really weakens, just clouds and maybe some precipitation, light precipitation, possibly mixed, but probably more than likely that'll be in the form of snow. And then rain for the North Gulf Coast, inland at all, and you'll be into a mixed precipitation pattern there. Rain and gale force winds moving on to the southeast coast. Showers as another trough spins up from the south there. I'll kind of pick the precipitation up, lower the ceilings, visibilities at times here for Kodiak Island. Showers, the Alaska Peninsula, gusty east to northeast winds here. Again, continuing across Bristol Bay, and good northerlies here, anywhere from 35 to 50 knots. Pribilofts all the way down to the Fox Islands here, becoming lighter out to the west and getting pretty darn light out towards Shimei and Attu. And looking at the gusty winds, I think gales are out at least for tonight, and then the end tomorrow for St. Lawrence Island. Through the Bering Strait, lots of snow and snow showers getting caught up in that north wind as the colder air comes out over the water, and then some snow chances remain up here, Kotzebue Sound, on up into the northwest and the western Arctic coast. But the central coast and east side there looking pretty good, as well as the north slope. Maybe a few flurries here, Anaktuvik, possibly as far south as Bettles, but Copper River Basin, variable clouds, dry, as well as the Tanana Valley. And then for tomorrow, that front moves inland. And again, a trough comes up from the southwest. Good southwest flow. Here's another surge of moisture, keeping it wet and occasionally windy there for the Panhandle. And wet conditions over to about Cordova, Valdez, right on the edge. Mixed precipitation here into the Wrangell Mountains. Of course, anything with any elevation, that'll be in the form of snow. And some rain with that trough down across Kodiak Island again. A break right through here, Bristol Bay, Dillingham, maybe Togiak. Could see some clearing on up into the Kuskokwim Valley. Mostly cloudy there, basically for the Fairbanks area, Tanana Valley up into the Yukon. Maybe a few flurries, but nothing significant. And most of the light snow shower patterns stays out here to the west, all the way down to the Nunivak Island area. Winds coming down now and drying out, losing the snow showers possibly for St. Lawrence Island. Not so, north 40 knots for the Pribilofts tomorrow. Numerous snow showers. That's going to sweep on down across the Fox Islands, and those northerly winds will be on the increase here for the Alaska Peninsula, but still mixed precipitation off to the east and better conditions out west as a warm front probably brings some moisture either in the form of rain and snow out to Shimei, but that's a very weak system, and the outlook for Monday is it actually deepens and pulls in just southwest of Attu Island there. So looks like ahead of the front, gale force winds, say 40 knots, gusts to 50, 55 miles an hour, coming eastward throughout the day. But the precipitation field with this warm front looks like it'll remain north of Adak and Atka. Drying out, less wind, maybe some clearing for the Unalaska and Nikolsky area. Still some snow shower chances for the Pribilofts, as well as Nunivak Island, Makoriak, right up to St. Lawrence Island, but your winds northwest coming down under gale force, probably 20 to 25 knots, tending to diminish throughout the afternoon. Arctic coast for Monday, not too bad. Most of that moisture along or offshore, probably catching the Barrow area, maybe Point Lay, but those amounts will be quite light. And the winds 10 to 20 knots at the most, the way it looks at this point in time. There may be some clouds and a few light flurries or snow showers there for the Brooks Range, locally into the Koyukuk Valley once again. Some clearing and a chance of snow showers along the Alaska Range. Mostly maybe some of that getting into the eastern Tanana Valley with that low from possibly Eagle and maybe as far south as the Northway area. But again, light amounts. Now that next system that's coming northward, the low center here hanging back southeast of Kodiak Island. So as that front moves northeastward, it's going to weaken, and just drew it in as a trough and probably maybe a little more extensive area of precipitation than what I have painted here, but nothing really heavy. Cloudy skies, occasionally wet, and the winds coming up a little bit again with that. And also for the North Gulf Coast, showery and breezy. But again, with the low staying back to the west, that front won't be as strong when it reaches the coast as it otherwise would have been if the low center were to track eastward and then pull north. And then for temperatures today, starting out across the Panhandle, all in the mid-40s, 44 there at Annette, 46 Elfin Cove, Skagway, 45 degrees, 42 at Cordova. It's a 28 in Gulkana, 32 at Palmer, rose to 38 at Kenai with a 44 and some rain at Homer. About the same over at Seward. Otherwise, up in the Tanana Valley, we had 12 at Fairbanks, Delta up to 29 today. And I believe that's Nenana with 42, either Nenana or Healy. And farther to the north, just one above at Fort Yukon, a little chillier there, 24 Bettles, 16 at Anaktuvik. And again, quite a range along the Arctic coast. If you're out near the coastline, you're in the lower 20s. Otherwise, places like Atchison was down to 7, 19 at Nuiqsut, mid-20s, Point Lay to Cape Lismore. mid to upper 20s here over the northwest with 24 at Ambler. And then cool 18 at McGrath, warming about 10 degrees down the river there at Bethel, and right around 30 out along the coast. Savunga at 24, Nome 26. Upper 30s for the Pribilofs for the highs today, 39 on Alaska, lower 40s the Alaska Peninsula locations here, 44 at AKwx, and 43 right there at King Salmon, and cool mid-30s out over the Aleutians. And for the lows tonight, single numbers and teens are mostly in that 5 to 10 degree range here over the north central and eastern interior areas. Eagle, though, holding up at 21. Near 20 here, the Copper River Basin, 30 south central Alaska, near 40 around Kodiak, as well as the Alaska Peninsula here. South side of the chain there, seen near 40, lower 30s in some areas of the Aleutians, 30s to lower 40s for the Panhandle. Highs tomorrow, teens and 20s, Arctic coast and north slope to the Brooks Range, and also the northeast interior. 40s south of the mountains, the Sitna Valley, all the way down to the Kenai Peninsula, Cook Inlet, mid-40s Kodiak Island, as well as the Alaska Peninsula and the eastern Aleutians, and about the same 45 to 50 there for the southeast coast. And moving on to flying weather, lots of IFR in the forecast early tomorrow morning for the Arctic coast and north slope, some of that also along the Brooks Range. A patch down here over northern Bristol Bay, and then IFR from the Bering Strait to the Pribilofs, possibly on down to the central Aleutians, and also along the northern Panhandle in the eastern areas, a lot of marginal VFR following in behind. So for tomorrow afternoon, that same pattern more or less holds throughout the day here. Marginal VFR, Gulf of Alaska, down across the southeast coast. IFR hanging in here for Glacier Bay and northern Lynn Canal all the way up to the passes. IFR pulling back a little bit here to the north. VFR breaking out over the eastern north slope. Marginal conditions, Kotzebue Sound, down to, say, Amonic there, back into the IFR. And then IFR from Togiak on down to Unalaska, with marginal VFR possible anywhere over the Bering Sea. Passes, Anaktuvuk, marginal VFR, occasionally marginal for Adigan as well. And Lake Clark and Merrill, possibly marginal at times, especially on the eastern entrance, could be VFR at other times. And for rainy, same forecast, occasionally marginal, possibly rainy though, or windy VFR. Isabel, marginal becoming VFR. Natesta, just flat out VFR. Same forecast for Tanita, open. Portage, though, call it IFR, especially on the eastern entrance. Chilkoot and White, marginal VFR or IFR, and then probably by the afternoon you'll improve to marginal. And for the freezing levels, 2,000 to 4,000 feet. Again, actually 2,000 feet. It might be a little farther to the north late tonight into the interior, but not much. And then gradually working down to 4,000 to eventually 6,000 feet down toward the Queen Charlotte's at the surface here across the northern or central Bering Sea eastward along the North Gulf Coast. Icing, areas of mixed possibly here or rime above about 5,000 feet, and that's shifting northward, so ending down here over the southern areas. Pretty icing free North Gulf Coast, and then this zone right through here cutting across the Aleutian Range, northern Kodiak Island, and then areas of possible icing from the Pribilofs on down across the Fox Islands. Pretty icing free everywhere else. And the upper level wind flow chart showing an upper low there, pretty cold air driving that cold air down into the Bering Sea, but southwest at 33,000 feet at about 80 knots. And then another low here south of Kodiak, southeast at about 70 off the Panhandle. Otherwise the big strong flow well to the south. And for 9,000 feet, 25 to 45 knots here across the Pribilofs, increasing to 50 knots again. So staying pretty windy there across the eastern Aleutians. Winds increasing to 50 knots for the Alaska Peninsula, dropping back to 20 to 25. And generally an easterly 15 or 10 to 20 knot pattern here for the interior. And then back to 30 to 35 knots along the southeast coast. 3,000 feet, about the same pattern, 10 knots. 30 knots, strongest winds mostly offshore, kind of pulling back around. So we've got 30 knot easterlies coming across the Barren Islands, southern Kenai Peninsula, toward Iliamna, 25 to 35, increased to 40 knots out to the northwest there, St. Lawrence Island, 40 to 50 knot northerlies again, dropping back to 30 knots from Adak, but 50 knots, eastern Aleutians, on over to the Alaska Peninsula, again about 3,000 feet, much lighter back out to the west. turbulence shaping up like this. Moderate chop for sure. Pribilofs, especially down, mechanical turbulence blowing across the Unalaska Unimak Island area with some of that edging its way eastward in there toward False Pass, maybe Cold Bay, but not too bad off to the east. Maybe a little choppy here across the Barren Islands and Kamishak Bay and the Aleutian Range, and also from the southeast interior down along the southeast coast, mostly below about 5,000 feet of the just light to very isolated moderate variety. And after the break, I'll be back to look at the marine forecasts.
We have a big solar flare coming in, so we're out here on an aurora hunt. It's a CME, it's dynamite, coronal mass ejection. It's when the sun, it kicks off energy and these explosions that are larger than the Earth, explosion type things coming off of sunspots. And if that energy is pointing straight at the Earth, it gets caught up in our magnetic field, and that energy, electrons, come down our magnetic field, collide with oxygen up there about 50 or a couple hundred miles high, and that's what generates the northern lights. My job as the photographer and the aurora hunter is to be in position, you know, location, location, location. And I like to think I'm composing. Mother Nature, it's a bit of a teamwork thing, you know, she's got to put on the show, but I have to be in the right position and of course with the right tools and the know-how. I've stopped keeping track of how much time I spend out here in terms of hours. It's more in terms of weeks or months, or at this point years now. You know, it was always in me. Even when I was a kid growing up in the lower 48, I would spend nights sleeping on our trampoline, just staring at the stars. I'm in 4th grade and I'm going, wow, look at those stars. And I'd see how many nights in a row I could sleep on the trampoline. And I think my record was 23 nights in a row. So I was doing kind of strange things for an Iowa country boy. I can remember specifically the very first time I saw the northern lights. It was 1989, the peak of the solar cycle, and I was going to graduate school in Laramie, Wyoming. And all of a sudden we had heard the northern lights were out. It's like, what are those? I'd never really seen them before. And my goodness gracious, we were on top of a mountain in the Laramie Range and they were turning blood red. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And the very first picture I took, that was 1990. Now, an old film camera, Pentax K1000 on a plastic Kmart tripod. Took 2 shots on slide film and got them back. And I thought, oh my gosh, this beautiful green thing swirling about. And from that moment, I was hooked. When I realized that you could preserve the auroras on film, I just experimented a ton. I'd had a heaping stack of slides, the no good ones. The experiments gone wrong, you know, too dark, fuzzy, out of focus, too light. I had this huge garbage can full of excess slide film, and that was just the learning curve. Well, when I go out here, it's all about getting the shot. And my wife and I, we've called it the hero shot. But the hero shot is the one where you just come home and you go, look at this. And everyone goes, wow, and you feel like a hero. It's a wonderful feeling, you know. It's good for the ego, of course. It's good for the business, but if you kind of strip that away, it's good for what's inside you, because that's really the hero moment in nature. And Mother Nature's putting on this show that is just mind-blowing. It's unbelievable. When I first resigned from my day job, that was in 1996, and decided I wanted to become a full-time aurora hunter, my goal from that moment and to this day still is to get 1 hero shot a year. I figured, and I'm talking the kind that somebody wants to buy from you and hang on their wall, where the auroras are extremely bright, very active, turning colors, where you can't believe your eyes. If you get to preserve a little sample of that with a photograph, well, it's what we call the hero shot. Wow, what a feeling. I mean, oh, you're elevated, levitating, you're lifted up. Your spirits are so high that I love that feeling. And I think I get that so much from seeing cool things in nature that I will go way out of my way to find that. And I can, you know, the next day, well, I'll be just laying there thinking about it and thinking how lucky I was or how fortunate. Of course, I just, you know, spent 2 weeks sitting there staring at the sky and not seeing anything, so you got to remember that, you know, luck is kind of a relative term, but I still just feel incredibly lucky to be even in a position to where I could have been there, taken a photograph of it, and just mainly experienced it. Well, that feeling could last for days.
Welcome back. Well, gales all along the coast. From the south, 30 to 35 knots on the south coast here, and southeast up to the north. Seas pretty uniform across the entire zones there with 16 to 17 feet in the forecast. Gales for Clarence Strait, small crafts there for Stevens Passage, and then winds becoming north at 20 knots for especially northern Lynn Canal. Then on Monday, those go south or south-southeast here, depending on where you are up there, and then southeast at 20 for Stevens Passage, small craft advisories for Clarence Strait, and lighter winds now out along the coast here. Again, that front really weakening into a trough, so we'll put some small craft advisories here for most of the coast at 25, actually all of the coast, since those 20-knot winds will be accompanied by 16-foot seas. And for gales for the North Gulf Coast tomorrow, especially in and around Middleton Island, northeast 20, Prince William Sound, and Cook Inlet, picking up to 30 knots here, Kamishak Bay through Shelikof Strait, small craft advisories for Kodiak Island and the Barrens. And those drop off north 20 here on the east side of Kodiak Island, same thing for Shelikof Strait, and small craft advisories, east 25, North Gulf Coast, Prince William Sound, east at 20. 15 knots here for Cook Inlet, north of the Forelands, with small craft advisories there, south of there into Kamishak Bay from the north-northeast. And out to Bristol Bay, northeast 25, picks up to 35 knots here down the north side of the peninsula. Small craft advisories from Cape Sarachev to Castle Cape, and then we've got gales out, Castle Cape to Sitkinak, east 35 knots, 15-foot seas. And then some good northwest gales. That strong wind zone finally shifts eastward across the peninsula on Monday there, with seas up to 19 feet, winds increasing 25 knots from the north, Bristol Bay. And in the afternoon, the winds here from Sitkinak to Castle Cape pick up to 35 knots. Good gales to possibly storm force winds here out over the Aleutians. 45 to 50 knots here on the east side should cover it pretty well, with seas up to 25 feet. Dropping back, diminishing down to 30 to 35 knots. The central Aleutians really laying down there west of Adak and becoming westerly. Then on Monday, the next storm comes in, pushes gales across the western Aleutians first late tomorrow night and early on Monday, progressing eastward here, but not quite making it over to Adak. It'll be kind of in that weak ridge zone there, so 20-knot westerlies. And then lighter winds in store for Nikolsky here in that zone, and small craft advisories for the Unalaska Island on both sides. And for the southwest coast, northeast, 30 knots tomorrow here, but north of Nunivak Island still have gales going, and winds coming down to 30 knots in the afternoon there for St. Lawrence Island. Heavy freezing spray continuing. Gales for St. Matthew Island, 40 knots for the Pribilofs. Those come down, turn northwest, down to 25 on Monday there. Seas still 12 feet though, northwest 20, St. Matthew Island. Small craft advisories now for St. Lawrence Island with gales holding on here along the southwest coast at about 35 knots, 10 to 12 foot seas. Arctic coast, east side 15 to 20 knots, heavy freezing spray warning continuing here, and otherwise easterlies at about 15, turning northwest but picking up to 20 or 25 knots there with higher seas from Wales up to Cape Thompson. Those drop down a little bit on Monday, say 20 knots, 15 knot winds here, kind of northeast or a variable to northeast. I'd say actually just variable 15 there, 4 foot seas. Northeast for the central coast, but light east-northeast winds here actually all the way eastward, a little stronger over toward demarcation point. And for the forecast tonight, there's an next front moving in, gales and rain on the increase again there for the Panhandle, to a lesser extent for the North Gulf Coast. This portion of the front really weakening. It's not a lot of precipitation with it, just mostly clouds. Bands of showers rolling into the Kodiak Island area, getting ahead of myself. Pretty general area of either just flat out snow or snow showers, but still gale force northerlies here for the Pribilofs. Cold air pushing southward across the eastern Aleutians and kind of improving back up toward the Bering Strait there, an area of snow persisting here in the northwest. And then for tomorrow, that front moves through, another trough swings in, so kind of wet and still windy. Still have the gales out for the coast there. Back to the west here, wet conditions. Not too bad south central Alaska. The interior looking pretty good. Lots of snow showers, colder north winds continuing out to the west there, but that whole pattern gradually shifting in. Next system down here, the low center actually for Monday kind of hangs back here southeast of Kodiak. So as that front rolls in, it's going to weaken, put it into a trough there. Showers, maybe probably areas of rain, but again, the wind's not really increasing that much. Snow here, Bristol Bay, north side of the...
These forecasts are to be used for planning purposes only. Call 1-800-WX-BRIEF for a formal pre-flight briefing. Always file a flight plan before you go flying. The U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary urges you to leave a float plan with a friend or the harbor master before you go boating. Alaska Weather is made possible by the following sponsors.
The National Weather Service.